Twin sisters stop Johnny Depp. What he does next will warm your heart. It was a crisp autumn afternoon in downtown Los Angeles. The streets were bustling with the usual hum of life. Street performers strumming guitars, the scent of roasted chestnuts wafting through the air, and the chatter of people navigating their way through the vibrant city. Amid the crowd, two identical twin sisters, Emma and Lily, stood on the corner of a busy street. Their small hands clutched each other tightly, and their wide, curious eyes scanned the faces around them. They were only 8 years old, but their determined expressions revealed that they were on a mission. The twins had been waiting for this moment for weeks. Every time they looked at their mother, Sarah, curled up on the couch in their small apartment, fighting her illness, they felt a surge of love and helplessness. She was their world, and they knew she'd been holding on in the hope that one day Johnny Depp would appear in her life. Their mom, a devoted fan of Johnny, had often shared stories of how his movies brought her comfort during the hardest days. He was more than just an actor to her. He was a symbol of strength, kindness, and resilience. But now on this bustling afternoon, Emma and Lily had decided it was time to make their mother's wish come true. Johnny Depp, dressed in his signature layered bohemian style, complete with a leather jacket and a scarf draped loosely around his neck, was walking down the same street. He had managed to blend in with the crowd for a while, but his unmistakable presence soon drew the attention of passers-by. Some whispered his name, others stopped in their tracks, but Johnny, ever the humble soul, offered a polite smile or a quick nod before continuing on his way. As they saw him approaching, the twins stood frozen in awe. Emma squeezed Lily's hand. They both felt their hearts pounding in their chests. This was the moment. Emma hesitated, her breath catching in her throat. She looked at Lily, who returned her gaze with a nervous but determined nod. "Now's our chance," Emma whispered, stepping forward, her little heart racing. They stood directly in front of Johnny, blocking his path. He stopped abruptly, his piercing yet gentle eyes meeting theirs. His expression softened as he crouched down to their level, his voice warm and inviting. "Well, hello there," Johnny said with a smile. "And who might you two be?" The twins exchanged nervous glances, their cheeks flushed with excitement and fear. But Emma gathered her courage and stepped forward. "I'm Emma, and this is my sister Lily." "Twins," Johnny said with a playful grin. "I could tell. You've got that special twin magic about you. So what brings you two lovely ladies out here today?" Lily took a deep breath, her voice trembling. "We came to find you." Johnny raised an eyebrow in curiosity. "To find me? That sounds like quite the adventure. What was so important that you needed to find me?" Emma's voice wavered as she explained, "It's about our mom. She's really sick. She talks about you all the time. She says your movies make her feel better even when she's in pain." Lily's voice trembled as she added, "She always says you're a good person. She says you care about people. And we thought, maybe you could help us make her happy." Johnny's expression softened further. He could see the sincerity in their eyes, the weight of their words far beyond their years. The truth of their story lingered in the air, and Johnny's heart ached for them. He gently placed a hand on each of their shoulders. "What's your mom's name?" he asked, his voice barely above a whisper. "Her name is Sarah," Emma said softly, her voice breaking with emotion. "She's at home right now. She wanted to come with us today, but she's too weak." Johnny paused for a moment, his thoughts running as fast as his heartbeat. He had met countless fans over the years, but something about these two little girls and their story touched him deeply. He couldn't ignore the bond they shared with their mother, the way they believed in him so fiercely. He smiled gently, kneeling in front of them. "You're both very brave to come out here and talk to me," Johnny said, his voice full of warmth. "And I'm honored that your mom thinks so highly of me. How about we do something special for her?" Emma and Lily's eyes widened in disbelief, the weight of the moment hitting them. They had been hoping for this, but now it was really happening. Lily, barely able to contain her excitement, asked in a breathless voice, "Really?" Johnny nodded with a reassuring smile. "Really? Why don't you take me to meet her? I'd love to say hello." The twins could hardly believe their ears. Johnny Depp was going to visit their mom. As they led him through the city streets, their small hands clutched his as if afraid he might vanish. They chatted eagerly, their voices full of excitement. Johnny asked them about their favorite movies, their school, and what they liked to do for fun. The girls shared stories about their mom, how much she loved watching Johnny's films, especially Pirates of the Caribbean, and how they had always dreamed of this moment. When they arrived at their modest apartment, Johnny was struck by the warmth of the space. It was small but filled with love, from the family photos on the walls to the handmade crafts the twins had created. Sarah was sitting on the couch, her face pale but her eyes bright with surprise as she saw who had entered her home. "Johnny Depp?" she whispered, her voice barely audible. "Is this real?" Johnny smiled, walking over to her slowly. "It's real, Sarah. Your daughters are incredible, and they've been telling me all about you." Tears welled up in Sarah's eyes, and she reached out for his hand. I never imagined this could happen." Johnny sat beside her, listening intently as she spoke about her battle with illness. She told him how his movies had been a source of comfort during her hardest days, and how she found peace in his performances. Johnny promised to stay in touch and arrange for a private screening of Pirates of the Caribbean for Sarah and her daughters, an offer that filled the room with a sense of warmth and hope. For hours they talked, shared laughter and stories, and formed a bond that felt like a gift. Johnny's heart felt full as he realized how much of an impact he had made, not just through his films, but through his simple gesture of kindness. Before leaving, Johnny gave the twins a hug and whispered, "You two are the real heroes here. Don't ever forget that." As he walked out of their home, Johnny reflected on the experience. It reminded him of the power of kindness and the importance of human connection. Sometimes even the smallest acts could change lives in ways one could never imagine. For Emma and Lily, that day became a cherished memory, one they would carry with them forever. They had given their mom a moment of joy and magic, something they would treasure for the rest of their lives. And for Sarah, Johnny's visit brought her a sense of peace and inspiration, a renewed strength to keep fighting, all because two brave little girls believed in the power of kindness. Johnny Depp's visit wasn't just a fleeting act of goodwill. It was a reminder of the extraordinary impact of compassion and human connection. The twins, their mother, and Johnny would all remember that moment forever.